If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you get up and
Welcome back to another video. So I'm going to try and do a more vlog style video this time, but I always forget to film during the week, so let's see if that actually happens. It is currently Wednesday evening. I am now on my way to my parents to do day one of the week, so secondary squats and bench, and then primary deadlifts. It is a lot colder outside than it has been in previous weeks, so I'm not looking forward to training in the garage with no heating, but it'll be fine. I thought I'd just jump on and also do a little bit of an update on body weight and what's happening with that, because I haven't spoken about that for quite a few videos now. So my body weight has kind of shot up a little bit, which is to be expected. I've recently had my birthday and I've had a lot of other life stresses going on. So along with like meals out and things for my birthday, I've also just generally felt more stressed, which naturally will result in a little bit of weight gain. So rather than sitting around 87, 87.5 like I'd hoped to be for this off season, my weight has gone up to about 88, 88.5. I've given it a week or so to settle and it hasn't really dropped down below 88. I mean, I've had one day of 87.9, but for the most part it's still low 88. And for me, that's just a little bit too heavy for me to be comfortable. Not necessarily in terms of how I look and things, but more so because I start to stress about the fact of making weight next year. And because I still don't know exactly when I'm competing again next, I just want to be a little bit closer to comp weight, even though the goal at the moment is a little bit of a bulk and gaining more muscle mass. So what I've decided to do is drop my calories 5 days a week and then keep them the same 2 days a week. So currently I have been eating 2,600 calories every single day. So I'm going to drop my calories from Sunday through to Thursday just to 2,300, so not much of a deficit, and it will still be more than enough food for me. Like 2,600 is quite a lot for me because I cook everything myself as well, so everything I make is lower calorie and things. So I'm probably eating about 6 to 7 meals a day at the moment. So dropping that to 2,300, I'll still be having at least 5 meals a day, obviously small meals, but still meals. So I'm going to do that. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, it will still be 2,600 calories, just because Saturday is my main training day. And I want those couple of days where I feel like I'm absolutely not dieting in any way. So that is the plan going forward. And hopefully I will then within, say, 3-4 weeks, I'd imagine, I'll be closer to the mid 86s mark, and then I'll just kind of stay around there. So that is the current plan in terms of body weight and nutrition. I will obviously update how that's going as the weeks go on. I've also, since the weather has gotten a bit worse here, I have definitely slacked on my steps a bit more than normal as well. So I'm going to make sure I'm a lot more strict with that over the next few weeks as well, and just through the whole of winter. But that is the main update in terms of that side of things. So I am now going to go to my parents and do my Wednesday session.
If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, it's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. Talking big, big. I knew that one day that I could make it big, big. I'm talking how to stay smoking without a sensei. Now we get up and do it like we got a big rig. It's getting serious, I know you're curious. See some losses through the process had me furious, but I got eyes on the vision, can't get delirious. Fall in love with the game and then you marry it. I think I married it. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me, yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me, yeah. This one for the winners if you with me, yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me, yeah. It's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. If it's love, I got it tatted. Father, I'm not absent. I was working smarter back when they was working backwards. Do it for the gram, you only do it for a caption. Dropping back to back, but really I've been relaxing. I might go for months, I could go for years. If I take a break, I promise I'll be relapsing. Started from the mud, I just need traction. Started with a buck, now I tell the label match it. Yeah, I've been my own boss. I took that leap of faith, yeah, I really dove off. Nothing I need to say, I let the work show off. For my kids, I go hard, gotta go hard.
Okay, so it is now the next day. Just quick recap of last night's session. So I didn't end up getting home till really late, which is why I'm filming this the next day. It was a good session, week 2 of the block, really nice intro to the week, everything moved incredibly well. The only thing really worth talking about, I guess, is I am having some slight shoulder pain in my left shoulder. It's only really an issue on bench. Now, it doesn't actually really hurt, it's just a bit irritated. It's something I'm definitely going to have to address, but I do think it's probably also linked to the fact that I tend to sleep on that side, and I do get a lot of tightness in my neck and my traps and that whole area. And I think I just need to spend a bit of time just stretching that whole area out and just be a little conscious of kind of like how I'm laying in bed and things over the next like week or so. And it should hopefully be okay, because it's not painful to actually bench. I just notice it afterwards. Other than that, there's not really much to say. I am having trouble with how I grip the bar on squats. I think I need to really play around with that. Maybe next block once I get back to lighter loads. But that's something I'll probably talk about in a different video. For now, it's absolutely fine, and it feels strong. It just feels a bit heavier on my back than it needs to, and I think that could also be putting extra strain on my shoulder, because sometimes my elbows also feel a bit niggly after squatting. But again, I'll talk about that in a different video, but that's kind of the only updates from that session. So the next clip we take a look at will be from Saturday's SBD. Okay, so it is now Saturday evening. I think it's about 5 o'clock. I'm now on my way to my parents to do my Saturday SBD. Again, week 2 of the block, pretty light, so nothing to really think about or stress about or anything like that. I'm excited to get in, get it done, and then tomorrow I've got my upper accessory day, and then Monday I've got my leg accessory day. Now, I never film those because they are in a commercial gym, but I just wanted to remind everyone that I do more than just the basic SBD. But yeah, so now on my way to my parents, I will film that session and put that in the next clip. Okay, so I am now about to train. It is almost 8:30 already, so it's definitely going to be a late one, but it is quite a light week, so I'll just keep rest breaks short, and I'll still hopefully be done by about 10ish. It is freezing in the gym though, so there is a little radiator, but it's not the best, and I try and not use it too much, but it's like 6 degrees, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, now about to start. My stomach has bloated quite a lot, so I ended up getting here later than planned. And I had my last meal, it was over 2 hours ago, so it's fine, but my stomach's just a bit bloaty and uncomfortable, so I'm not excited for that, but it'll be fine. Everything's light enough that it shouldn't be a problem anyway. It just means my belt might be a bit uncomfortable. But yes, now about to warm up and get started, and then we'll just see how things go.
For my kids, I go hard, gotta go hard. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up, yeah. This one for the winners if you with me, yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me, yeah. This one for the winners if you with me, yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me, yeah. With it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah. This the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah. This one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. This one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. It's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. Talking big, big. I knew that one day that I could make it big, big. I'm talking how to stay smoking without a sin. Now we get up and do it like we got a big rig. It's getting serious. I know you're curious. Took some losses through the process, had me furious. But I got eyes on the vision, can't get delirious. Fall in love with the game and then you marry it. I think I married it. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, it's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. If it's love, I got it tatted. Father, I'm not absent. I was working smarter back when they was working backwards. Do it for the Grammy.
Okay, so just finished squats. Gonna have a quick breather before I bench. Very out of breath at the moment. Everything moved fine. My top triple, I don't know if you'll have been able to see it in the video. The bar was completely uneven on my back. It was way too far to my left, and it literally felt like I'd misloaded the bar. Like I walked out and it felt so heavy on my back. And then I was like breathing and bracing at the top, and I was like, I should probably re-rack this. It doesn't feel even like I've loaded, like I know I'd loaded it properly, but it didn't feel like I had, like it was that uneven. But being my stubborn self and too lazy to re-rack it and do that again, I decided to just go with it. I was like, it's only 3 reps, it's 150, it should be easy anyway. So I just grin and beared it, and it moved fine, but you can see I took a long time between reps, which I normally wouldn't do with that sort of weight. So it was harder than it needed to be, but it was fine. And then my fatigue single was also fine. The squats just feel a bit off today. Even my back off 3x5 at 135 should be so comfortable and easy, but even that didn't feel great. Like my movement just didn't feel as natural today. Like it's just one of those days. But I think I need to start making notes of this, but I could even look back on videos. Historically, like week 2 and week 4 of the block are the worst 2. They're the 2 weeks where I have the most self-doubt when it comes to my lifts, because they just don't feel quite right. So I know it's fine, it's not like a step back or anything, I just don't feel as good as I want to, but everything moved as it should. Like watching the videos back, everything was so easy and comfortable. Things just didn't quite look as smooth, like my technique didn't quite look as good, but that's not a bad thing. Like it still moved easily. It was still like RP 6, if not less, on the squats, so like it's fine. It's just a bit frustrating, but it's fine. So I'm now gonna go into bench. Bench tends to always be reliable. My shoulder is a little bit niggly again after squatting. Like I really need to sort out how I'm gripping the bar, but again, the weights are a little bit too heavy to do that. So it might be something I have to address at the start of next block, because next block will also probably be a little bit of an easier block, just because I've pushed these last 3 blocks quite a lot. Like even though, like last block especially, like all of my lifts were way below the RP I expected and everything was kind of sandbagged, it's still heavy weights I haven't handled this often in a very long time, if ever before. So it is obviously taking a bit of a toll on my body, and this is the 3rd block of this off season. Like my cycle is 3 blocks long, and then I'm gonna just repeat the cycle, I think, but I'm gonna probably start off a little bit more conservative and maybe take bigger jumps, but obviously I'll talk about that in a later video. I think I'm just rambling to get out of carrying on the session, just have a breather. But yeah, I'm gonna set up a bench and I'll do that now, and then we will watch my bench videos and see how that goes.
Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. If it's love, I got it tatted. Father, I'm not absent. I was working smarter back when they was working backwards. Do it for the Grammy, only do it for a caption. Dropping back to back, but really I've been relaxing. I might go for months, I could go for years. If I take a break, I promise I'll be relapsing. Started from the mud, I just need attraction. Started with a buck, now I tell the label match it. Yeah, I've been my own boss. I took that leap of faith, yeah, I really dove off. Nothing I need to say, I let the work show off. For my kids I go hard, gotta go hard.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. Okay, so just finished benching. It actually went really well. My shoulder was uncomfortable, but not actually painful, which is basically the same as it has been, but it felt so strong. Like 107.5 was a top single. The fact that that's week 2 of the block is already like insane for me, but the fact that it just moves so comfortably, like it feels heavy in my hands, but it is obviously heavy. Like it's 107.5 kilos held above myself. Like it's gonna feel heavy. But I'm confident now because I've been taking such big jumps. So I go 70 straight to 100 now for my top singles. And because I've been taking such big jumps, obviously 100 feels heavy as hell in my hands, but because it moves so quickly, it's like this mental reassurance that actually, even if it feels heavy in my hands, it does not mean I can't bench it. And 107.5 was proof that like it felt so heavy, but I just focused on setting up the same as I always do, and the weight just flew off my chest. Like it felt like an empty bar. As I was pressing it off my chest, it felt like there was no weight on that bar whatsoever. So I'm really, really happy with that. I'm not gonna say what my goal is for the end of the block, but it is gonna be a PB. So if you've watched the end of last block, then you know what my PBs are, you can probably guess roughly what it'll be. Feeling really good. Rep work was so comfortable, so easy. I used to do Larsen press on this day as well, but since my shoulder has been a little bit irritated, I've taken that out because I think it's just a bit of unnecessary volume, and if I can get away with doing less, I'm obviously gonna try, like I might as well. But we'll just see how this block goes and how like the next block goes without any in it. Might add it back in, but we'll just sort of see. But yeah, I did bring my grip in on my last set just to see if it was any less irritable on my shoulder, but to be honest, it felt about the same. So I'm probably just gonna keep my normal grip, but it felt strong with a closer grip, so I know that's always an option. I am a very like tricep dominant bencher anyway, so closer grip might be good for me in the long run, but for now, obviously I'm just gonna keep with what's going because it's going so well. But yeah, that's the bench recap. I've just got deadlifts left to do. It has just gone 10 p.m, so I'm now going to crack on with those. It's just ascending sumo sets, pretty light, pretty comfortable. Just kind of extra deadlift volume, as I've said, like every video. I just do sumo on a Saturday, just to add in extra volume without rotating my lower back. So now I'm going to load the bar and get that started and get that done so that I can get home, eat and get to bed.
If you rock it with it, put your hands up, yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up, yeah. This one for the winners if you with me, yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me, yeah. This one for the winners if you with me, yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me, yeah. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. This one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. It's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. Talking big, big. I knew that one.
Okay, so just finished deadlifting. They took me just over 20 minutes, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I decided I didn't film my 70 first warm up, but I kind of like, as a joke, just tried max width or pretty much max width sumo. My hips, I've said this in videos before, like are so narrow, I'm not built for sumo, right? But I was like, oh yeah, I'll just give it a go, just see how it feels. And it felt really good, like really good. So I decided to go a bit wider and just see if I could maintain it in my ascending sets. Like sumo isn't something I'm pushing, it's just something I'm doing for extra volume, like I've already said. Like, doesn't really matter if I change my stance a little bit week to week, and I'm still trying to figure out how like is best for me on sumo anyway. So yeah, I decided, I jumped straight to 120 as normal, and I did my triple and it felt very good. So I just kept going with it and I managed to work up to 145, which was my planned top set, and it moved fine. Like, it's definitely, I'm having to take my time between reps more than usual just to kind of get it right and get like the kind of slack pull, the wedge and everything right. But I think I might be onto something. I'm still not switching to sumo, like I'm a conventional puller, but might maybe be something I can keep pushing and work on as long as my hips can stay healthy. I might potentially drop a set out, so normally I do 5 ascending sets. If I'm going to keep going max width, just to give my hips a chance to get used to it, I might just do 4 sets for the next few weeks and take slightly bigger jumps. I'm starting off lighter, but I guess I'll decide that kind of how I feel. I'll see how my hips feel tomorrow. They feel fine now, a little bit like tired, but that's obviously expected, but I'm very excited by that. I'm now going to wrap up the session. I've got some like core work to do, and I'm also going to add in some Cossack squats, which if I'm going to be pulling a wider stance of sumo, I need to do more adductor work, so I'm just going to add those in. Quite like doing them anyway. And then I'm going to go home and eat because it's getting really late. So that's probably going to wrap up this video. I hope you have enjoyed. It has been a really good week of training. Today was like hit and miss, like squats didn't feel amazing and my shoulders not amazing, but it's fine. It's not anything that's going to affect the weeks to come. Like, I'm just going to put it behind me, whatever. Everything still moved as it should and was really comfortable and easy. Like, I didn't really have to try on any of the stuff I've done today, so that's a very good sign. So yeah, feeling good. I hope you've enjoyed this video though. If you have, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all of that. And I will see you next week for the next one.
That's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on.